and obviously find a way forward from the lessons that we may have learned. We'll open the floor for discussion, so you might have some questions.
Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to our Special Administrators Forum. And I want to emphasize that this kind of forum will be held regularly so that we can discuss municipal council matters in an open manner. Municipal councils, they play a very important role, as you know. They are the place where businesses thrive, they start, and they create a lot of employment. Municipal councils, particularly local government, has not been given the level of emphasis it requires. Over the years, we have seen that the local governments have been operating as usual, but not with a greater focus or finding its feet as to what it should be. So I'd like to thank all the special administrators in this room for giving up your time and for expressing your interest to serve the various municipal council. I also like to thank you for coming this afternoon. I know most of you have traveled from different places, but thank you for joining with us to discuss some of the important things that we'll be talking about. As PS has said, you've been appointed as special administrators about 3 months ago, and you have been on the job for last 3 months. You have familiarized yourself with the work of the respective councils. By now you must be fully aware of the different financial positions of municipal councils, and you must also be aware that there are certain municipal councils that need a lot of support as well as reform. Now, your appointment was the first step to improve the governance of local government. You were chosen to transform Fiji's municipal councils to better serve its customers, that is, all Fijians living in rural, urban, peri-urban areas. And as councillors, you have been providing some proactive services that are of high quality and value for money. You have teams of council staff that you will need to inspire and guide. You need to get them all thinking and acting strategically. You will empower the council staff to think differently and focus on performance rather than life as usual. If all your staff understand that their tasks are contributing to a better town or city, and they really grasp how their daily work fits into the bigger picture, they will work purposefully to deliver the results which you are looking for. We do not expect you to have all the answers, but you must know that the reform of municipal council is actually a process. It's a long process, and the process starts with the Ministry of Local Government, because they are the ones who will be guiding the municipal council. So what is Ministry of Local Government currently doing? Now, the ministry is updating policies. They're creating innovative programs that will enable your work, and liaising with the rest of the government and with development partners on your behalf. And this is being done to secure funding and widen support of your state and for your ideas. I know I have met a number of special administrators over a period of time, and while talking to you, you have got such creative ideas for each of your respective towns and cities. It's a matter of Ministry of Local Government giving you a hand and supporting you in whichever way possible so that you can turn those ideas really into reality. And that's what we would like to see. So Ministry of Local Government is committed in supporting you as you settle into your jobs. Your teams are diverse and all have the right capacities to deliver results. We made sure that this team of special administrators have got mixed attributes and they've got mixed talents, so that we don't have just one skill set serving a municipal council. If you look around in your team, you will find accountants, you will find lawyers, you will find business people, you will find people with educational experience. In other words, they can contribute towards education and awareness. They're a team of administrators that has got special abilities in writing project proposals. They are also administrators who have got engineering background. In other words, they'll be able to look at some of the projects that are taking place in different towns and cities. And this is the type of skill set that is required for any municipal council to function as per the expectation of our people, that is our ratepayers. I want to say that between different municipal councils, there has to be a high level of collaboration. It doesn't mean that if you are running Ba Town Council or Lautoka City Council, or say for example Nandi or Singatoka, you cannot talk to one another. If you have innovative ideas, you should be able to share them. You should be able to see what other municipal councils are doing. And if you feel they have got a good idea which you can use as well, please, by any means, just do that. Because at the end of the day, what we would like to see is value for money, and we want to see happy and satisfied ratepayers who feel that, the rates that they are paying is resulting in some good projects on the ground. So just keep that in mind. I know that some of you have been devoting a lot of time serving the municipal council, at least spending 3 to 4 hours on a daily basis, which I truly appreciate, and I just want to say thank you so much. But that kind of effort is required at the initial stages. At this stage, you need to really understand the works of the municipal council. In other words, what is the financial position, the staff structure, the various properties which is owned by the municipal council, who are the tenants, who are the ratepayers, how the waste collection services are being rolled out. And when you look at all these areas, then obviously you can develop a plan which can be your investment plan for the municipal council. Because I know most municipal council, you own land, you own properties, you own parks, you own community halls, you own civic centers. There's so many properties municipal councils own. But are we getting the right rate of return from these properties? There is something you need to look at and critically analyze. It's quite disappointing to see, particularly for Suva City Council, the ratepayers are barely paying 2 cents for every garbage collection that is made, from that street. So as a ratepayer, one is paying only 2 cents per day for the garbage collection. Is this how we should rate our services, or is that amount fair for the work that is being done in the municipal council? Is the rate a deterrent for the ratepayers to create less waste, since we are focusing on environment? So these are the things that one has to look at. I've also seen in Nasinu Town Council, the last time the rate was set was the day Nasinu was declared a town. It's almost like 19 years now, and next year will be the 20th year. So for 20 long years, the rate has not been increased. It's the same rate. And no wonder that explains why Nasinu Town Council is one of the poorest municipal council and yet one of the largest municipality. And it's a huge struggle just collecting the garbage from every household. So these are some of the areas one has to seriously look at. I think clear progress has already been made from budgeting and reporting to recruitment and streamlining of services. I've seen that happening in various municipalities. You all have been working tirelessly. I'm very pleased that the 3 new CEOs have been appointed and that other CEO recruitments are at the interview stage. And we hope that all the CEOs are appointed by mid-January. Now, what does that mean once the CEOs are appointed? It simply means that these special administrators will look at municipalities from strategic point of view. So in other words, the CEOs got to be very capable. They must understand the values you are trying to create in each municipalities, or the government structure you're trying to put in each municipalities. So we, as a ministry, we have to work very closely with the CEOs. And in fact, in our last visit to Australia and New Zealand, we have identified municipal councils where peer arrangements can be made between the CEOs from Fiji with CEOs from municipal councils in Australia or New Zealand. And they have shown a lot of interest in that area. And I think it's an opportune time that we should grab that opportunity and develop our CEOs so that they understand things from a wider perspective and also understand the vision or expectation of our ratepayers. I just want to share a few things that has happened just recently in some of the municipality, and I want to encourage this. I'm pleased that Savu Savu has developed promotional materials for the initiative to develop into world's first blue town. This was announced by the government at the UN General Assembly in September this year, and also at COP25 in Madrid. Reki Reki is ready to sign a MOU with the British High Commission for a grant of $27,000 for the Reki Reki Plastic-Free Market Initiative. Now that's very good. Within 3 months, we're seeing some of the results. Nandi and Singatoka team has streamlined their processes to better serve the community and are ready to start implementing their beautification and investment strategies in 2020. Now, it's really good to hear that. And similarly, Suva City Council has got a number of projects. You may have read in the various print media where they've been calling for expression of interest. Again, these are some positive signs that our municipality special administrators are working extremely hard to bring about this transformational change that we are looking for. For municipal councils, I personally believe your main strategic priority is to make our municipal council financially sustainable. You have all scrutinized the records and decided on operational budget for the coming year. I must see that your books are balanced and quite simply that revenue exceeds expenditure, and that is definitely a huge challenge. I therefore look forward to examining your outstanding rates collection strategy, as all 13 municipal councils have large amounts of outstanding rates. Leading the pack is Suva, followed by Tinu. And then we have Lautoka and Nosori. And some of these councils are owed rates in millions of dollars. Smaller municipalities are owed lesser amount because of the size of their business. So I'd like to see what strategies you are going to put in place so that you recover every cent. You know, I've heard, I've read, I've spoken to people who are complaining that it's not fair for municipal councils to give amnesty. Because when we set up the amnesty period, it simply means that the ones who are, those ratepayers who want to pay things on time, they're not benefiting from it as compared to those who don't pay, but during amnesty period, they get away with it. So we have to create this balance, and I can assure you, this is the last time ever we will be giving an amnesty or setting up an amnesty period. There will be no more amnesty for any of the municipal council. The reason being, the law clearly specifies the action municipal councils can take, and that's why I was posing the first question. I would like to see your strategy. How are you going to recover the rates that are owed to the various municipal councils? Each municipal council must have its strategy. And to start off, I know that the municipal councils are undertaking a rate profiling exercise where you want to understand precisely who this ratepayer is, why he or she is owing rates, why he or she is not clearing the rates, and by when they can clear the rates. In other words, you are even willing to give them a payment plan by which they can clear the rates. So I would like to really look at each municipal council's strategy in this area, because we need to create a level playing field for all ratepayers. And I think, it has always been easy just to declare amnesty period, and then whatever you collect, that's fine. If you don't collect, it's okay, because next year, again, it's amnesty period. So we have to come out of this habit, and I can assure you, as a minister, I refuse to take any more papers to the cabinet for any approval in such area, because as a ratepayer, ratepayers have obligation. You got to pay your rates on time. And I already mentioned to you that there are certain municipal councils where rate has not been increased for last 20 years. Again, that's an area one has to look at seriously. So for next year, that is 2020, most municipal councils will be carrying out the valuation exercise so that we can fix the new rates for various towns and cities. It's a requirement under the legislation that this valuation exercise must be undertaken every 6 years. And I know there are municipal council who undertook this valuation exercise. For example, Nelly Town Council, it was done in 2017, but they did not introduce the new rates. They're still using the 2012 rate, the valuation exercise. In other words, the latest one was never used. So that defeats the whole purpose of undertaking a valuation exercise. So these are some of the findings from my ministry, where I feel that we need to set the record straight and get things going in a business-like manner. I want to also emphasize to all these special administrators that it's very important for you to build trust with the ratepayers. Now that you are developing your new budget for 2020, once you have completed that exercise, it is extremely important that at least by January, February next year, you should be having ratepayers forum. You need to present your budget with facts and figures to the ratepayers so that they can see the financial position of each municipalities, and they should be able to understand why valuation exercises are conducted, or why in some cases the fee needs to be increased, as I mentioned about Suva City Council, where the ratepayers are paying 2 cents by every trip of garbage collection. I would like to emphasize that Fiji will be celebrating its 50th anniversary next year. And again, it's very important for each and every municipal council to start preparing for that celebration. You can develop certain proposals or projects for that particular year, that is next year, and look at all the achievements made by your town or city, and what kind of achievements are there that you can showcase next year as part of the celebration. And I suggest that when you're having your ratepayer consultation, then you may like to discuss the celebration or the projects that you want to develop with the ratepayers as well. So finally, I would like to thank each one of you for giving up your time, for putting your hand up to serve the municipal councils. I know it's a formidable task, but your enthusiasm and your commitment and your determination will be able to give us the good results that we are looking forward to. You know, one of my major dreams is to collect the data from each and every municipal council so that one day we can make a statement by saying that municipal council's contribution is X% towards our economic growth. Or we can say that municipal council has got X billion dollars of fixed assets. To do all this exercise, again, we need to be current in our valuation process. We need to undertake valuation of our assets, and then only we can make such statements. And it's not just making the statement, it's also understanding the contribution municipal councils are making. At the moment, the contribution is not seen very clearly, right? You have other organizations, just to give you an example, FNPF. We know precisely what FNPF is worth. Fiji Airways, we know precisely how much it is worth. But do we know how much municipal councils are worth? We don't. And that's the kind of statistics we need to collect. So with your assistance, we'll be able to do that, and hopefully by 2021, we should have all such data in place. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. And once again, I want to acknowledge your contribution, and big Vinakavakalevu.